My name is Lupe Long, and I was born in El Centro, California in 1954. I was only born there. I was raised in Kern County, in Bakersfield, in a ranch. I lived there with my mother, no dad. It was pretty basic there. It's agriculture. All the neighbors knew everybody, and somebody got tomatoes, everybody had tomatoes. Everybody got onions. It was like one big family. I was married right after high school. I didn't go to college because I got married. You know, back then when you get married, you just get married, you stay home. Very old fashioned. You stay home, you cook, and the husband works. And that's how I was raised. Um, my marriage lasted 9 years. And then I moved out of there and came to El Centro. I was only there for a year. It's too hot. And I've been in San Diego since 1987. But anyway, when I moved out here in 91 to Millar, like I said, nobody really talked to nobody. You know, it was like you had no connection. I wasn't that kind of person. And I would tell the kids not to go any further than they could yell for help. Because I used to see a lot of, from the trolley station, a lot of transits walking. You could tell they were druggies because just the way they were. And there was a drug house to the north side of Millar, and on the opposite side there was two heavy drug traffic. So I really didn't let them leave the driveway. Maria's kids would come here, or they would go over there for a little bit, but mainly everybody would come here. I didn't want my kids to leave. In the time that I've been here, I witnessed a drive-by shooting at one of the drug houses and another drive-by shooting. And finally, those people moved out. And we had an officer that patrolled the area. And I got to where I got to know him. And he told us, you know, whenever there's something going on, you just let us know. And, you know, what I didn't know, that this street was known for fights and, you know, trouble and stuff like that, because it was a clean, nice apartment and the landlords. But I think just like you, even if you rent a house, you make it your own, the street's the same way. Your neighbors make it the street, you know, and I'm a firm believer of that. Well, then I started connecting with people and calling ourselves, you know, neighborhood watch. If you know something, call me this way, and if I need something, I'll call you that way. So we got to where we spread phone numbers so we can contact each other. When Linehan came, everybody was curious, like, why are they doing this? Or they want donations, or they're going to charge us and send us a bill, or, you know, nobody really knew, but nobody really asked. And I go, no, people they want everybody to help. You sign up and at the tent, and you volunteer wherever you can, and you start helping. There was 10 lots in Millar. They got fixed up, and little by little more people started coming, you know. And everybody had a good time. Then they felt good about it, you know, that we did something. And when it was all done, I mean, we got to know Linehan a little bit better. More people asked questions. And then it was just like they were our neighbors. And, you know, they were just as hard working out there, you know, sweating. And, you know, we thought, yeah, they want us all to do all the work, you know. And then we go, look, they're sweating. They're out there working. We didn't think they worked. We just think they walked and talked. That's it. But, you know, early hours of the morning, odd hours of the afternoon, they were out there. You know, now we know if something's wrong, or if we want to do something, we can go with confidence and ask them for help, if there's any help, or how we can go about it. But now you look at Millar, it's nothing like when it was, you know. People would walk and just throw a can or a paper. Now they don't. They kind of know somebody's looking, you know. So it's cleaner. It's a lot cleaner. It doesn't look ghetto. It looks like people live here, you know, people that care. And that's what we wanted to bring to the neighborhood. And all the neighbors care. We do care. It just made you feel more secure. I think when everything looks, even if it's poor, but if it looks clean and organized, you know, people are taking care of it and people are watching. And that means eyes on everybody, so you feel protected, you know. So by the parking lot where the motorcycle shop is, it was just a rundown fence. and people would paint on it and do anything. And when Linda Hand came, they got together and we primered it, and then they came and put a mural. And the mural, as soon as you drive in, you can't miss it. And it just hits you, the simplicity and the roots. Let's just keep it like that, keep it clean, and it's clean mural. It's nice. When we first started having the meetings, I don't know in the beginning if anybody really showed up when they went in, because they had it at the church. I don't know if anybody showed up. And then it was maybe one or two people, but it was not as much, you know, people going there. And when we started having them at the houses, it was more. So now we're having more people coming, getting the message across. But it's escalating from the beginning. It was like from nothing to something, and we're something now. You need to know your neighbor, because you never know when you're going to need your neighbor. Even if it's a ride to the hospital for this, you want to be, how is it, secure and trustworthy enough that you can go to your neighbor for not just a cup of sugar. Can you help me fill out this paper? Can you give me a ride here? I need some help cleaning, in the yard. Or it should be that way. And how are you going to know which ones are those neighbors unless you start going to the meetings? And then now that Alberto has that paper going, it's like we want to get acknowledged. Hey, like this year coming up, we want to get together and do a toy drive for the Toys for Tots, or the needy. We want to do the food baskets. We've been talking about all of that, and we want to put in that little paper so they know the good side of Millar. Because there is good people here, and the bad people have gone and left, or we report it.